Open Plan seeks to reform the planning system through encouraging public engagement, connecting citizens with their city. The system must have a physical presence that can be directly experienced, inviting contribution and collaboration. Unlocking the power in planning. Our surroundings are rapidly changing. It is unclear who is in charge of these changes or why. Despite promise and reform, the current system has failed. Failed to adapt an inflexible system in an increasingly flexible society. Many have fallen victim to bad planning. Fights hidden, voices oppressed. Make planning public. Make planning popular. Power is held at the top. We need to turn the current system on its head, give power to the community and allow it to trickle up. Architects take charge. Community take control. Creating a place to have your say. A centre for planning should provide space for community and government to collaborate, bettering their neighbourhoods. Public programmes should also be included as a catalyst for engagement. I'm proposing a centre for planning in every borough. For the purpose of this project, I've chosen Newham, specifically the rapidly developing area of Stratford. My site is next to Stratford Station, over the bridge from Westfield and opposite the Stratford Centre, at the confluence of Stratford culture and diversity. Footfall and exposure are essential to the success of my scheme, provided here with 30 million people passing through the station each year. The Olympics brought large investment, creating physical and social divide. If development continues along this path of profit-driven schemes, the gap will widen, displacing all existing culture and community. This is how I feel the planning system should progress. Start with community forum and an outline of the neighbourhood plan, with input from historic archives and education. Leading to the local plan, with input from government agencies and specialist consultants. Finishing at the review levels, which gives weighting to public consultation, complemented by a well-curated schedule of events, taking inspiration from the Building Centre and NLA. My overall strategy is to take the existing steps, exaggerating them and bringing activity to many levels, create a gateway to Stratford, and enhance the public realm. Stratford is divided. Old and new, E15 and E20. This project closes the gap, pushing the plates together to create a united Stratford. Land collides and pushes up, a sculptural form contrasting starkly with the mundanity of the Stratford streetscape. Made up of the landfill waste from development sites in and around Stratford, the landscape creates opportunity and connection. New journeys through the public realm, with places to meet, play, and stay. The planning system is perceived as complex and disordered. To counter this, I bring order into the scheme through slender columns touching the land in grid formation. Staggered floor plates draw activity up and offer protection below, into which programme is plugged according to my thesis. A linear facade is introduced, the varied spacings and proportion referencing the differing programme inside. It opens up and invites the public in, contrasting the closed and privatised ground floor of Stratford. The landscape dictates movement into and through the building. 3 main routes develop, offering degrees of exposure to the workings of the planning system. The building form lends itself to sustainable environmental strategies, satisfying UN goals and planning for the future. The lightweight structure strengthens the concept of openness and transparency of the system. The journey begins in the new public square, the landscape drawing you up. At ground floor, you are funneled into archives and education. Boundaries are blurred between inside and out. The landscape flowing into the classrooms brings fun and curiosity. Archives buried deep in the mound offer pockets of discovery. At first floor, the planning process begins. Offered space for community groups and forums stems from a central exhibition of the neighbourhood plan. The floor plate becomes a stage. The landscape becomes tiered seating, giving the community a voice. From the micro to the macro, the second floor is dedicated to the local plan, with offices for government planning corporations stemming from a central exhibition. The main entrance, when coming from the bridge, allows a full display of the levels of the planning system, the large glazed walls sliding up to bring outside in. As you travel down the landscape, you can glimpse the exhibitions, peer into the offices, or engage with an application display. Fins running along the ceiling carry services and provide a grid guide for exhibition. Panels hook into the ceiling in varying configuration, allowing relative freedom and curation, while ensuring continuity and consideration. Second floor holds the application review, Flexible, unobstructed space for public consultation and committee meetings, supplemented by specialist consultant offices where public and professionals alike can seek advice on environmental design, fire safety, and more. Fins stretching into the public consultation area channel curtains that can divide the space which looks out onto Stratford, framing potential sites. Above the consultation sits a canteen, terrace, and exhibition for approved applications, a place to survey the city. Complementing the planning centre is a studio block, housing designers in residence from architecture practices to graphic designers, exploring methods of urban design and data display that can feed directly into the system. Taking inspiration from Space 10 investigations of office design to foster creativity, I have moved away from open plan offices and provided a variety of spaces, some geared towards collaboration, others towards concentration. The landscape makes a statement in its context. It has a presence and can be directly engaged with. The building nestled in it follows the station form, protruding into the public realm, placing its contents on display. It is easy to feel disconnected from your environment, to feel as though you have no control over your surroundings. This has a profound negative effect on the mentality and well-being of the individual. Open plan intercepts the existing pedestrian flow, forcing the public to interact with their immediate surroundings. When they look inside, they see their city, familiar and personal. The lack of physical boundaries draws you in, inviting you to engage, to have your say, on Stratford and its vision for the future.